everyone. This is Lisa from Celebrate Recovery at East Pickens Baptist Church, and we are on lesson 20, which is daily inventory. Again, we're still in Principle 7 and Step 10. Principle 7 is reserve a daily time with God for self-examination and prayer, Bible reading and prayer in order to know God and His will for my life and to gain the power to follow His will. Step 10 is we continue to take a personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. So 1 Corinthians 10:12 informs us to be careful. It says, so if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. So I want you to think about this for a moment as we begin to apply the things that we have discovered in the first 6 principles and 9 steps. We're hopefully living a little bit more humbly and living in reality, not in denial. We've done our best to make some amends for things in our past, and we're desiring to grow in a daily relationship with Jesus Christ and as well as others around us. God has provided us with a daily checklist for our new lifestyle. It's called the Great Commandment. So Matthew 22, verses 37 through 40 tells us, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And the law and prophets hang on these 2 commandments. So James 1:22 also encourages us to do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourself. Do what it says. So when we practice this great commandment, we become doers of God's word as well. Our walk is going to line up with our talk. So we're looking at 1 Thessalonians 1:5 that also tells us our very lives were further proof to you of the truth of our message. So as our walk matches our talk, that's proof to others that this is real and that healing can take place and that God is with us and that there are certain things that we can do in order to maintain our sobriety in areas of struggle and repair relationships and make long-lasting changes in our life. So we're going to look at an acronym, ODP. O stands for ongoing. So we can do this periodically throughout the day. The best time to admit we are wrong is the exact time that we are made aware of it. So why wait? Make amends ASAP. We'll sleep a lot better at night, for sure. D is daily. At the end of each day, we need to look over our daily activities, the good and the bad. We need to search for where we might have harmed someone or where we have acted out in anger or fear. And the best way to do this is to keep a journal. The next morning, promptly as we can, we need to make amends or admit our mistakes at least, and then try to make amends if it is all possible. And then P, we're going to do a daily inventory periodically as well. So we're going to do an ongoing inventory, daily inventory, and also a periodic inventory. About every 3 months, it's really a good idea for you to get away for a mini retreat. Bring your daily journal with you. Pray and read your daily entries and ask God to show areas in your life that you can improve on in the next 90 days. Look at the victories, look at the struggles, look at the trials, look at the challenges, look at your growth, right? Look at all that you have grown and progressed in the last 90 days. Prepare yourself for the next 90 days as you take this periodic inventory. The Bible gives us instructions on how to avoid the necessity of making an amends in step 10, right? The best way, it is possible to avoid having to make amends. Proverbs 16:23 says, intelligent people think before they speak. What they say is then more persuasive, right? So think before we speak or think before we act. Ephesians 4:29 says, let no foul or polluting language, nor evil word, no unwholesome or worthless talk ever come out of your mouth, but only such speech as is good and beneficial to the spiritual progress of others. A wise, mature person, according to Proverbs 16:21, is known for his understanding. The more pleasant his words, the more persuasive he is. Proverbs 12:25 says, a word of encouragement does wonders. And 1 Corinthians 13:1 says, if I had a gift of being able to speak in other languages without learning them, or another translation, speaking in tongues, and could speak in every language there is in all of heaven and earth, but didn't love others, I would only be making noise. Another translation says it's like a clanging cymbal. So, step 10, daily action plan, right? Continue to take a daily inventory, and when you are wrong, promptly make your amends. Number 2, summarize the events of your day in your journal. Number 3, read and memorize one of the step 10 verses. And 4, work all the steps and principles to the best of your ability. Matthew 14:38 says, watch and pray so that you do not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So just realize that you can prevent some of the things that you have been repeating over and over again, which means having to make less amends. And wouldn't that be nice, right? So I just want to encourage you to take an ongoing inventory, daily inventory, and a periodic inventory. Get away and take a look at things from time to time. You'll benefit from it. You have a good evening, and I hope to see you at CR meeting next Sunday. Bye-bye.